Sorry guys, sorry for today's I'm so late today. Only because I have some very important call of a person. We can say my developer. So for that reason, I was too late today, and also of one of my partner. So we were back again at our novel. The name of the novel is Tortured Hurt, and we are now currently staying at chapter 5, and we hope to do at least one chapter today, so that at least two, not one, at least two, so that we can proceed further in the story. And I'll make sure that from tomorrow onwards it never be delayed in our storytelling, so that you guys never got any type of miserable, or we can say unexpected delays on my live stream. And I also make sure that you persons never been face that particular types of issues. I'm very regret that particular thing. Now continuing to our story, we are now at chapter 5. So I so memorizing our previous ones, we had girl story whose name is Octavia, who's been tortured by uh, her family, like father and mother, both physically and mentally. Her father and mother kept him for almost his entire life since till now in a basement. And she is living so miserably. Like her father every day comes to him and torture by physically as well as by mentally, and beat him till he makes him that he is no more and not being moving at least a single. And then somehow a policeman recover her, and he is now in college, or might be further school. So we are going to making this story a bit more. So now today at chapter 5, we going to start that particular chapter. I pop on Matilda back notice and pair tracky shorts with some plain socks that I had in my suitcase. All right, we ready? Franklin questioned us all. The other girls nod, and we all head towards the door. I'm quite nervous to be meeting the rest of so called groups. Just mean more social interaction, which, if you can't tell, I suck at, but I'm learning. I'm not used to people speaking to me without hitting me and trying to make me pass out. Like her life is so miserable that he is beaten at the stage that nearly to be passed out, like that. Okay, we will out the door and notice a big digital clock at the end of each hallway. It read 8 3 p.m. I'm already really tired, so I hope I can sneak away from the group pretty quickly. We walked down and sprawling staircase. I was at the back with Frankie. I am front of me, Adira, and in the middle of, and Matilda at the front. We walk past out the quiet area and make our way in the lounge room. It was still quite busy. The couch were all filled with peoples, and tables was half being used and other people sitting by the fire. I follow the other three until we reach the two block couch with that were fetching each other. Okay, four boys sat on both couch, two on each side. What's up? What's up? What's up? Matilda brings the energy to the groups for sure. The boys sit up from the couch as they notice me trailing behind them. And we do, and who do we have here? A boy question. They all look up to me. I'm like I could feel the blood rushing to my cheeks with the eyes on me. I didn't like it. Here's name's Octavia. She arrived today. Frankins spoke. Smiled at me with warmth. The boy who asked who I was got up and lifted my hand and kissed the back of it while looking at my eyes. What the hell was that? That was fucking weird. The name Henry. He say clearly, paltry. Oh, shut up, Henry. She doesn't want you. Another boy spoke as they all laughed at him and clearly enjoys the joke and sit back down on the opposite couch of the guy who told him to shut up. Here comes sit down and we'll introduce ourselves. The same boy spoke again. He moves across, making space between him and another boy, with Franklin on the other side of him. Matilda and Adiri were on the opposite side of the couch with other two boys. It was pretty squeezy, but it felt nice to actual sit on something with cushions. The same guy spoke. As you know now, that's obviously Henry. Reject him as many times as you want, but he'll still come back as long as you got a heartbreak. He paused as Henry gasped scarcely, like he was offended but knew it was true. Everyone else laughed, apart from one, and that's Axel. He'll eat any food that you put on his plate. Axel just smiled and laughed as well with a little wave towards my way. And my name's Flanny. Lovely to meet you. He gave out his hand to shake, even though he is sick next to me. He has quite a glowing tan from the sun, light brown hair, which looked very soft, and light blue eye to match. He was wearing a grey, oversized shirt with baggy denim. Sorry for that. Jeans. He was very attractive, and that's my older brother. He gestures over the guy sitting opposite to me. He just sit there, glaring at me. Not a smile, not any look of comfort. This man knew he was attractive. He sat there comfortably, lying back a bit on the couch, sorry for that, with his arms up above the cushions, with his legs spread all slightly. He was tuned, very dark brown, messy hair, with the side slightly shorter, that matches with his very dark brown eyes. He was wearing a black hoodie and black cargo pants. All my thoughts from back to back become true. Everyone here is so good, damn attractive. Okay, will that just awkward? Atreya chuckled at the awkwardness since as she looked at me and towards the guy that gave absolute nothing. He didn't even give me his name, which I think the group didn't pick up on. We are going to call him Brown Eyed Boy until I found out his name. The group started talking, all with each other. I just sat there listening the conversation, but my eye keeps spotting the brown-eyed boy from before glaring at me. What was his problem? Ugh. So what made you want to come to this academy? Alex asked, catching group's attention, making my cheeks turn red once again. Damn it. I completed telling them. For one, I don't know any of these people. Two, I'm so tired I can barely think. And three, I didn't really understand the questions. I don't have a choice. I just got told to go. Not like I had anything else going for me, you know. I don't choose to come here. I say with zero confidence. Following my eyebrows, waiting for a reply, my eyes looking around for a reaction within the groups. What? Henry asked. What did you mean? You don't choose? She set up a bit more, listening in to my answers. I stuttered before I tried to talk again, but I was cut off. Oh, so that explains why you don't pick or pack your own bags, and the security guy did, Matilda mentioned. I nodded in response, which seems to speak a fake confusion or confused look that they shared with one another. But you have to apply to get here. Only the lucky one get accepted. Flynn spoke, looking straight in my eyes. I turned from looking at him, not used to a strong eyes connect, and shrugged my shoulders, not knowing how to reply. I mean, what do I say? Well, I didn't apply. I got forced here after I was kept in my basement all my life and enduring life-threatening abuse from my loving parents. Yeah, I can't exactly just bring that up as much as I didn't think it was possible. The brown-eyed boy shocked showered at me even deeper. I rolled my eyes at him, now getting annoyed by his presence. Towards the end of my time in the basement, I gave up complaining with my parents, trying to make them love me, to see if they had stopped, but I eventually gave up trying to win them over. I gave up with their shits. So I am starting to get really annoyed at this boy. I think we were going to just complete one chapter today because that particular chapter is too big for me today, and I do to have to sleep a bit we didn't say earlier. Okay, so continuing to our chapter, I could hear the group go back into their conversation, but all of them were about me and what we just talked about. Great. Hey, it's okay if you don't want to talk about this. I can tell you the groups to shut up. Flanny whispers in my ear as he sat next to me. He pulled back after he finished his sentence and looked at me. That's a nice girl, Flanny. I pull and little smile. It's okay. Thank you, though. My words dribble out slowly, which Flanley definitely picks up on. He could tell I was tired. I suppose you have had a pretty hectic couple of hours. If you want, I could discuss your departure so I don't look like you just going to bed. If that helps, he asked me with a soft voice, even though I didn't even think of the situation. I knew I had be too scared to just get up and leave. I nodded my head slightly and he smiled back. He takes a breath in and stands up rather randomly, which grabbed the attention of the group. We are just grabbing a snack from the kitchen. Anybody wants anything? He asked. A few people said they were fine, but Matilda and Frankie both asked to bring back some chocolates. After they finished talking, he looked down at me and gestured for me to get up and go to the kitchen. I followed him, though the peoples and we make our way to the kitchens. He pushed one a big cupboard and reaches for a small milk chocolate that was sitting up high on the shelf. He closed the door and came back to him, to him, to him, to him, to him. You want some chocolates before you head to bed? He asked with his hands out with a bit of chocolates on them. I smiled. I'm okay. I think it might keep me up if I eat too much sugar. I say with a little chucks. And and he does as well. Hey, maybe I'm not so bad at socially. Yeah, that's smart. I'll be up by the time it hits my midnight with how much I like chocolates. He laughs again. Laughs. It's quite a cute laugh. He's he's got and a lovely smile to get with it. I didn't really know how to reply. Maybe I'm not so good at socialing. Socialing. All right, I won't keep you up any longer. Good night, Octavia. He spoke softly with a smile as he left for the kitchen. Once I saw his body disappear with the other people's in common room, I head up the stairs and into my room. I sleep in the chocolates Matilda gave me. Chocolates. Clothes को मैं chocolates बोलता हूँ. I slept in the clothes Matilda gave me, not wanting to ask for anything more, and I try and get some much needed sleep. Author, once again, because our fourth chapter is here ended, so author is here now. Author's note. Sorry for being so interactive with publishing chapters. Been a very busy week trying to sort out studying stuff. Hope you like this chapter. So we completed our chapter 4 and we just end our live stream here. It was very earlier today. It is just about 22 minutes only. So I'm very really very sorry for that particular. It won't happen once again because never again because I was a little bit busy today because of one call of a person to me. So sorry guys once again, and it's time to bed. Good night, good night, good night. And if you like our chapters, our storytelling, so please do like, subscribe, and have any type of uh, comments or any type of suggestions, reading suggestions or any suggestions, please do mention it in our comment box so that we can find it out earlier and helps us. Thank you guys. Thank you. Bye bye. Jai Shri Ram.